Do you ever feel like you're working hard but barely getting ahead? You're not alone, but there's a solution. If you're tired of living month to month and want real change, you only need one decision to get started. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what that is. Let's go. I started investing at 18 and had no money, so becoming rich wasn't a goal. It was a gradual thing. Now, most people say they want to be rich, but they don't know exactly what that means or how to get there. They're thinking in terms of years, not decades, and that's why they'll never get there. You need to think in terms of days, weeks, and months. Just do something every single day, even if it's just a little bit. So here's the problem. People think they need to start with thousands, but the truth is, you can begin with just a few pounds. When I was younger, I could only afford to invest about 3 pounds to 4 a day, which was one coffee. But if you consistently invest even that small amount, say 2 pounds a day, and let it compound over time, you will have over 1 million pounds one day. And here's how that works. The power of compounding is incredible. Your money earns money. And when you reinvest those earnings, they earn even more money. It's exponential, not linear. And that's where most people fall short. They don't stay consistent. They see the slow growth early on and give up. But staying consistent is the key to unlocking the magic of compounding. For example, if you invest 2 pounds a day for 50 years, assuming an average annual return of 8%, you'll have around 1 million pounds. But here's the kicker. You can also do this with index funds. Look at the S&P 500. It has averaged between 8 to 10% per year for decades. This isn't a promise. It's just a historical reality. And most active traders can't even beat these returns, yet most people still try. That's why you should consider investing in an index fund. It's simple, and it works. If you invest 2 pounds a day in an S&P 500 index fund over 50 years, you'll have almost 2.4 million pounds. That's the power of compounding. Which brings me to my next point. Compounding works best when you start early. Even if you can only invest 50 pounds a month, that's okay. It adds up over time. The key is to stay in the game. Time in the market beats timing the market. The earlier you start, the more compounding interest works its magic. And yes, I realize that many of you are probably thinking, yeah, but when is the right time to start? When will the market crash so I can buy in at the lowest price? Well, here's the secret. No one knows when the market will crash. No one can predict it. So stop trying to time the market and start investing. Buy an index fund and hold it for the long term. Sure, the market might go up or down in the short term, but that doesn't matter. If you're investing for the long term, you're going to be fine. Next, learn from single stocks. If you want to invest in individual stocks, that's fine, but don't just follow the crowd. Do your research. Buy one stock and learn more than 10 books. That's how you become a great investor. You study the fundamentals of a company. You see how the business works. You watch their earnings reports. You read their annual reports. And then you make a decision based on that research. Don't just invest in something because everyone else is doing it. Diversify smartly. Spreading your investments across different sectors and asset classes is essential. 80% in index funds, 20% in stocks. Keep it simple and focus on long-term growth. And finally, before you invest in stocks, build up an emergency fund first. Having 3 to 6 months of expenses saved up gives you a safety net. Prevents you from having to sell your investments when things go wrong. Life happens. Things come up. And if you have an emergency fund, you won't have to dip into your investments. Remember, wealth is boring for 5 years and then explosive. Stay in the game. Finally, remember that mindset wins. Most people don't have patience. They expect to get rich quick, but wealth takes time. Be patient and stay focused. Wealth is a product of your behavior multiplied by time. So there you have it. If you want to build wealth, start with a clear plan. Invest consistently. Learn from single stocks. Diversify smartly. Keep an emergency fund, and remember that mindset wins. And by the way, if you want clear, real strategies to build wealth, no hype, no crypto moons. Subscribe to the channel, and let's grow together.